First of all, I'm gonna do is explain why I am dressed like this, even though Tamu did a great job today of doing that. I'm just coming back from praying for the nation with Franklin Graham. I actually prayed with Franklin Graham myself and Ivita King and Paula White. I don't know how, God just works in mysterious ways. I end up praying with him. So that's why I'm still dressed like this. I figured it was important for me to get to Eugene's event instead of showing up fashionably late. So Eugene, I'm here for you. But enough about that. So I gotta really talk about my man here. One thing y'all heard mentioned a lot is my name and his name. My name and his name. And I don't like that. He don't like that. I don't like that. He don't like it. I don't like it. He don't like it. This man has been compared to. This man. I don't know if I should say good things or bad things. We have had fights up at night talking, left and right. I mean, when I first laid eyes on him, when I first noticed this man, I was up at night and I'm sitting at my dinner table watching a live. I take politics. I've talked to Miss Clayson about it. I'm very normal with politics. I don't let it stress me out. So I'm up eating dinner and I'm watching a live. Next thing you know, I see this guy walk up out of a car with a light shining behind him. I kid you not. And he gets up out the car and he just stands up and he said, I'm Eugene. He always says, I'm Eugene Boikai, and this is District 12, and blah 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 blah. And then I hear something go pop 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 pop, and he got shot. A bullet hit your arm. Am I correct? It grazed him. And I'm sitting there. I got the meal in my hand, and I'm going, whoa! And then he stays on the live. This is what I got to go through in my district, and it's a war, and then I got to do what I got to do. The Democrats. Meanwhile, he's bleeding. I'm like, who in the world is this crazy guy? Who is this crazy MF? I mean, he was already running with me, but I was like, this is the first time I'm actually noticed. I said, this man is out of his damn mind. He just got hit by a bullet talking about some Democrats and all that. He just got hit by a damn bullet. Take me to the hospital. So I'm like, I'm picking my phone up and I'm like, Eugene just got shot, and I'm calling people around and people's like, what you talking about, Chris? I'm saying he's on a live feed right now, bleeding all over district. Somebody call an ambulance for this dude. So I get him on the phone later and everything like that, and he just continues to lay me out. Well, you know what, Chris, let me tell you, you ain't a real conservative. I'm a real conservative. I'm fighting I've seen you conservative, but you all talking about them talking points about opportunity zones, and I ain't damn all that, he said. Damn all that. I got a district to fight for. You don't understand? The war! You on board or not? Where are you, man? You ain't a Republican. Are you a Republican? Man, just go to the hospital, man! I get on the phone with you to talk politics. Go to the hospital. I'll be fine. We have stayed up, me and Ray and him, we've stayed up late nights, I get so many stories about this man. Listen, so we get invited on my second run-in with him. We get invited on NAACP political line. And it's ironic that I'm dressed like this, he's dressed like that. Well, anyway, I get on the line, we all dress up, it's a big giant form. And they said Eugene Boikai's coming on, he's going to be a little bit late. So I'm thinking, no, we don't need him on here. This guy's crazy. We don't need him on here. This is political. This is nothing to do with him. And he gets on the live late, first of all. Boom, he pops on. He's got a hat, a t-shirt, a construction shirt, and a pair of jeans sitting in the dark. And I'm like, what is Batman coming up on here? So they started rating our conservatives. Remember, Ray? And it was like, which one is the better conservative? So we all talking. I'm giving them our best stuff, kid. Opportunity zones and this and that, and school choice, and school vouchers, and Republican this and Republican that. And I'm just doing my best that night. And then Eugene get on. They say, well, Mr. Boikai, how would you think the solutions that you're going to put forth in District 7, and how are you going to implement and apply? Mr. Boikai, you got 5 minutes. This a war. Let me tell you something right now. I'm in this bed. I ain't Chris Anderson. Okay? Ask him that question. Don't ask. Don't. I mean, and then he goes on and on and on. And at the end of the night, listen to me. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm not up here just shooting off. I'm going somewhere with all this. When I get to the end, you're gonna be surprised. So anyway. Okay, be quiet. So anyway, at the end of the night, they say, tally all up and everything. And I'm sitting there, and they was like, man, the people that had the forum, this Eugene Boikai, he is the best conservative. I said, what? Eugene Boikai really knows how to fight for his city. That Christopher Anderson, I don't know who he is. I'm like, what? Anyway, I say that to say that my brother right here, after a while, I started calling him on the phone and everything like that. And I just started talking to him more. And the more I talked to him, the more he didn't seem like such a hard case. He seemed like he was very, very much concerned with his district and his city.
He's genuine.
He's genuine. Thank you. And we got there, we just talked late at night, we had drinks and everything, and I just come to his house, he come to mine, we talk. And then at one point he just confided in me. He said, Chris, we like lightning and thunder. And we came up with a name, Lightning and Thunder. He said, your voice is just as loud as mine out there. He said, but you're like lightning, I'll come in, lightning strikes, you see lightning, it strikes. And then thunder hit, boom! That's Eugene's voice. The lightning opens people's eyes and the thunder just make people run away like, whoa, what was that? And that's Eugene Boikai. So after a while, I just didn't understand him. And I'm like, we started off, Ray could tell you, Ray said to tell me all the time, he said, Eugene likes you, man. I said, Eugene hates my guts. I said, all he does is talk about my conservative. I'm not a real conservative. And now, lately, he told me I'm not a real African-American. He's a real African. I'm like, this guy is really stealing my thunder. Yes. And then, I gotta hit all these. Then, one day, the mayor, as you can see, Lady J's are here. We get online, Lady J. You better switch to conservatives. I swear, I'll put you on the spot. So anyway, Eugene gets on the line on his live feed, and the mayor gets on. The mayor, now this is how much attention this man is getting. The mayor gets on and says, Eugene Boikai, what's your solutions for the dilapidated houses in your district, and how would you implement them? And Eugene Boikai says,
The only relevant answer.
You asking me? You're the sitting man. You gonna ask me for certain solutions? Get your clown off my damn. And then he said, "Oh, my mama not gonna like that. I'm just gonna cuss you out." And lays the mayor out. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going somewhere with this. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, this guy is really, I love him first of all. My brother. Am I taking too long? Oh, take my time. Eugene said take my time, so I'm going to take my time. I got a lot of talking points. We came here tonight for Eugene Boikai. We're going to hear tonight about Eugene Boikai. And Kim Klasick. And Rob. Oh, yeah, don't get me started, Eugene. Everywhere he goes, and then he does this little, I said, okay, Tom, so this is when I came around to him. Our campaigns were separate. And he likes that. He likes keeping our own brand. He calls me up, gives me advice all the time. I give him advice. I got to be more like him. He confided in me. He's got to be more like me. He wants to do a little bit more talking points, and I got to get him a little bit more thunder. So anyway, I was with Tom one day, and what was it that Eugene did? Eugene did something else with Tom. I forgot what it was. We were at the, what was it? Save America rally for Walkaway. And we up there speaking. And Eugene said, Chris, I can't go after you. And I was like, no, I'm not going after you. Because I knew both of us going to electrify, So I get up there and I speak, and then Eugene get up there and he speak, and he just electrifies the place. And I got people like Tom and everybody saying, this guy is amazing. I'm like, what, Eugene Boikai, what is so amazing about this guy? So anyway, after a while, after listening to him, I started to realize, once again, somebody said genuine, his heart was just in it after these late night talks. This is personal with this man. This man really cares about Baltimore. And then Tom and several of the Central Committee people, this is where I'm going with this, several Central Committee people said, this guy and Chris Anderson are going to we got an invitation by Mike Pence. All I gotta say is I've been in the Democratic Party for 8 years. And I was always told you gotta wait your turn, you don't have enough status quo, you gotta kiss the ring or kiss something else when it comes to the Democrats. You gotta be so much this and so much that. 8 years under Obama I had to wait. 1 year with Eugene Boikai, with Tom and everybody that's in this room that he's brought together. 1 year, I'm on the Central Committee, I'm running for office, and then I meet President Trump. I meet President Trump. I'm gonna get on to you too, don't worry. So, Eugene, I'm gonna tell you how I met President Trump. And this is when I just stopped, because I'm a chaplain, a man of God, that's why I came as I am. I thought it was important to. But President Trump was a big deal for me, a big deal. Because he showed up unannounced, that was one. It was a surprise. Pence was there. Then Trump just showed out of nowhere. But me and Eugene was sat in a certain location at the event, and C-SPAN got us both on there. Yep. You recognize Eugene, you recognize me, just like that, standing next to each other. And it hit me. It hit me while I was there, and it hit me when I watched it over again in C-SPAN. I was like, the Lord is watching over both of us. Amen. Amen. It's no way. It couldn't have been coincidental. We sitting in that spot. C-SPAN caught us both. Everybody knew who you was instantly. They was like, who's that guy next to him? And I'm getting mad about that. I'm like, what you mean? Who's the guy sitting next to him? It's Christopher Anderson. I'm running in the 7th with Kim Klasick. And they like, no, Eugene Boikai. So anyway, President Trump comes out. Here's the thing. President Trump comes out. And Lady J, I kid you not, you've probably seen it. Everybody probably seen it. Everybody know what happened. Everybody saw it. Eugene Boikai, Mr. President, Mr. President. I was like, when he said it, I jumped back because I'm sitting right here. I was like, yo, calm down, Mr. President. And when he did that, that's when the Lord spoke to me right there on the spot when I was there, because I would have never met the president if it wasn't for him. His style might not be my style might not be his style, but he took me right up to the front. He dragged me to the front, out that spot, to meet President Trump. President Trump talked to him directly. President Trump did not talk to me directly. It was in my heart. God put it there, but I know God put that man next to me because President Trump talked to him directly. And President Trump didn't talk to him, he would have never saw me. And then when President Trump saw us, he saw Ted Movie, he said, you know what? I'll get a picture with all of y'all. And then he got a picture with us. I thank you for that, man. But your convention, how you do your way of doing things, I might not agree with, but it damn sure gets results. This man brings people together. I mean, if you look around the room, we've had several fundraisers, and this crowd has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we're at the Eugene Boikai. I cannot doubt that God is moving in this man's life. And God is moving in this election with Kim Klasick. He's moving with me. He's moving with Brandon Cooper. He's moving with Rock. God is doing something. And me and you somehow are at the forefront of this, even though you're at the top of it now. You stole all my thunder like, Well, anyway, everywhere we go, Brandon Cooper, Kim Klasick, Charlotte McDade, Ed Burlett, Ray Serrano, Rick Metzler, Boatler, and this crowd is getting bigger. Ruth, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger because people support Eugene Boikai for what he's doing in Baltimore City. It is personal with this man, and I love him. And we brothers, aren't we? We have became brothers. I thought I was fighting a fight all by myself. When I signed my name on the race, I was starting to move. We started a move. He even called me up one day. He said, we are going to change the game. And I said, we're going to make a movement. And from both our energy, we have really started something. And then Kim Klasick comes behind. It was a big surprise. She dropped a video and then boom, it just all exploded like dynamite, man. That's God's divine blessing. God's divine. I can't call it nothing else. And we are not done yet.
All right.
This man has one motivation. I figured it out. Not a lot of people say it here tonight, but he's going to cry when I say it. Because I know this man. He says it all the time, but a lot of people don't get it. After a while, I was like, why is he running? What does he have to offer to bring to the table? Why does he fight so hard? And he says it all the time. If I'm one thing, I'm not a politician. I'm not here for your Republican Party. I'm not here for your policies. I'm not here to save any of y'all. I'm here because I'm a father, and I want those children. The children, go ahead, no, Crop. The children of Baltimore City to be better. Clap. When I heard him say that, he says it over and over again. I am a father. My kids, my kids, my kids. And I care about those kids in those schools. That's the best motivation to be in this race, and we should support Eugene Boikai just for that.
All right.
Baltimore City needs you, sir. I'm going to end by saying something for you. I know that motivation, you know I got to say a scripture. I got a scripture from Psalms 103, 103, verse 13. This Bible says, reads as this, okay, sir? It says, as a father is kind to his children, as a father is kind to his children, so is the Lord kind to those who honor him. As a father, I'm going to read it again. As a father is kind to his children, and you are very kind, sir, to the children of Baltimore. And for that, I thank you. As a father is kind to the children, so is the Lord kind to those who honor him. And you see before you a lot of people honoring you today. And I honor them with you. Brandon Cooper, Kim Klasick, we all honor you for the work that you put in for your district and for Baltimore. And I personally thank you. And I tell you to keep on fighting, and God keep your back. Everybody, thank you very much.